Recently, Nigerians woke up, to see you visiting the bandits in Zamfara, and most recently in the forest in Niger State. And for me, who have known you over the years, I know what you are doing. And you have also explained to the public you are on Dawa and peace advocacy to these places. But let me ask, why did you decide to embark on this Dawa and peace advocacy to the bandits?
Because I'm tired of criticizing. I want to act. I just don't want to stay at home waiting for you, the media, to come and say what's your view, what's your view. I am bored and tired of saying my views. What I want to do is to give my own little quota and see that I can solve some of these insecurity problems. Because insecurity, underneath it is a lot of things, economic stagnation, and many other social vices that can spread in the society. So we identified the hottest and the most critical issue is the herdsmen, kidnapping, or criminality. And after diagnosing and understanding the root causes of this, we say, okay, let's go ahead and confront this issue so that we can put give our own quota and see that we help to solve this problem.
Another matter causing noise on the social media is people are asking how come you know the locations as a private individual, as a religious leader, and the government who has all the resources, all the intelligence, all the personnel are not aware of these locations.
No. If somebody says an individual, I'm not an individual. I'm an institution. Because once you bring yourself out to teach people, every people of every sort comes to you. So you see, when you see a clergy in his church or a scholar in his mosque, he is not an individual. So many people comes to him. So with this contact we have with different people, it's easy for us to see somebody who knows them, who can get to them. It's very easy. It's just like you see pastors in the church, you'll be so surprised they may know where armed robbers are. Because an armed robber or somebody, a repentant, can come to them and say, look, I've done this, I've done that, I want to repent. And he will advise him spiritually and how to repent and return things. So what was surprising about an Islamic scholar who knows beyond what the government knows? That is number one. Number two, the government knows where they are. The government probably have the same contacts with them. But the problem is the bandits we are talking about don't trust sitting down with the government or politicians or the military men because they know they are going to deceive them. They want them to lay their hands, then catch them. But as a scholar, they don't fear that deception from me. Because I'm preaching the word of God, and God doesn't deceive, God doesn't tell lies. So when I request that I meet them and listen to them, they really want somebody to listen to them with the ears of understanding and appreciation, and somebody who's not coming here to deceive them or to give out their secrets. So that's why it's very simple for us to sit down with them. But the government, they will hide from the government in fear of the government, in fear of betrayal. So I don't see what is surprising in that.
So, what's now the place of government in all these dawah and advocacy?
The place of government is the same place of the bandits. We're trying to draw their attention to what is right, at the same time draw the attention of government to do what is right.
You are the middle.
In the middle, yes. Trying to see how we can marry the two views and come together. What we want is criminality should be removed and the rule of law should come in.
Okay, so as a nation, how do we get benefit from this advocacy visit? What did you see? What did you saw? And what did you hear?
What I saw immediately is that they are ready. Just to know that the person you dreaded so much is ready to put down his arms, release the kidnapped people. That shows there's hope. If the right steps are taken, things will come back to normal, and in a very short time. So we need the cooperation of the government, the cooperation of the people, and the press too. Press should not be, because they listen to radio especially politicians. They will be careful of what they say. The clergy should be careful of what they say, especially in the church and other areas when they are calling them bandits, when they think they are freedom fighters. And they are calling for their head. You see, when you call for their head, then that gives them an impetus to kidnap people. They say, okay, you are killing our own people too. When you send the soldiers into the bush, they kill their women. So they feel justified, okay, we come and kill your women too. These are Nigerians, these are people who are from the same place. And we will live forever in the same place, because I don't see any side driving away another side. If you said they should all be killed, I'm telling you, they will kill more from our side. If there are 100 bandits, you want to kill them all, they will kill up to 1,000. So what did you gain? So we should be careful about what we wish for others. Our language should be peace. Our language should be reconciliation. Our language should be let's see, what can we do for you? That question, what can we do for you, goes a long way to remove the tension between these warrior factions.
Okay, there is this insinuation, Sheikh, that by reaching out to most of the bandits, you are directly or indirectly supporting what they are doing. Some of them are even linking you to the bandits.
When they say misconception, one, if they will listen to, that's why we record whatever transpires between us is all recorded. One can hear that we are admonishing them religiously that kidnapping is forbidden, raping is forbidden, stealing people's money is forbidden, and we recite the Quran for them. Everybody who ever listened to our sermon to them knows that we are discouraging them, but in a spiritual way. We are not threatening them. We are not saying they are thieves or what they are doing is bad, and we can see the response from them that they are accepting it. So there is no way we can be linked to what they are doing when we are admonishing them that they should not do that.
Okay, by reaching out to them now, do we assume that it is just the same way as private individuals, for example, brokered peace between, for example, Boko Haram, when we saw the release of these Chipotlets? Is it really the same thing with what you are doing?
Okay, it is this
because most of the allegations is that how did Sheikh get to know these people?
I said,
and how did he get in contact with them?
Yes, the allegation is this, but people should know that a Sheikh or a clergy in the church has access to information normal people do not have. Because of the spiritual trust people they have, they come to tell them, I am this, I am that, I did this, and I did that. And from there, you can say, okay, you can lead me to the source of this problem. And sometimes they will send to you that they are ready for peace. So what you have no option but to assist them and come out and meet with them. And everything is done in public. Everything is recorded. You only don't see recording when they insist that there should be recording. But on our own, we go to our media team and cover it. So there's nothing done in hidden, and we admonish them, and we proceed the instant reaction in which they succumb to what we are saying.
So, sir, you said these people have their own grievances.
Yes.
Their women, children were killed.
Yes.
But the government sees them as enemy of the state for embarking on armed robbery, kidnapping, and so on. And there was also a report that you once claimed that the bandits in the forest learned kidnapping from the Niger Delta militants. Is it true? Can you relate both together? Because I know Niger Delta, we are holding government to ransom, while this one are killing anybody in sight.
Yes, Niger Delta have the pipelines to destroy. They think by destroying the pipeline, they are strangulating the economy. So the government is directly attacked on the government. When we attack the government, when we vandalize, it trickles down to the local man, because Nigerian economy is solely an oil exporting what do you call economy, because of oil. So when you destroy oil, you are destroying Nigerian enemy. But those people, they don't have a pipeline to destroy. The only thing they can do is to attack people the government is supposed to protect. They kidnap them for money, to get their money, thereby tarnishing the image of the government by showing the people it's incapable of providing security. Also, getting their supply of weapons and everything from what people pay as ransom. And if you see killings, and killing spree, that are reprisal attacks. They are not. They are not attacking people they are not killing people just because they want to kill people. They kill people when they are revenging a killing or something done to them. This is what you see in villages when they go to villages, ravage a village and kill everybody. That's a reprisal attack. And they think they can only frighten people against attacking them by doing that. You see, when they kill one of us, we kill many of you. So yes, they are killers, but it's a defensive because of their weakness. This is what they use to frighten people. Don't dare us. If you kill one of us, we'll kill many of you. This is what they do.
All right, sir. We are almost going to the end. Now, the most recent thing you involve yourself in is the Kagawa schoolboys abduction. And I've read from the reports, you have been to the forest, you have seen them. They gave you their words that these school children and others that have kidnapped will soon be released. I don't know if you actually trust their words, and how soon will these innocent boys rejoin their families?
The sequence of your question or the events that happened are completely opposite of what happened. Oh. This is what is spread quickly. Our contact with the militants in that area, we have done that before in Zamfara. And we had another warlord, which is in Niger State, notoriously famous. So we started for a long time, almost a week or two, trying to get contact with him so that we admonish him, we get and talk peace to him.
Okay, so before the Kagawa abduction?
Before the Kagawa abduction, for more than a week, there were negotiations going on.
Okay.
There were negotiations going on, and we came to a date, which was on Thursday, that day. So now, there are two hypotheses or postulations. We have one Fulani warlord who contacted us and told us that in Niger State there are factions which are rebelling against this chief warlord, and they don't want this peace negotiation he's going into, because he announced that all gangs should come up to this peace. Some I heard were against it. We are the ones so that they destroy this peace process, attack the boss and attack the school. They are meant to disrupt our meeting. But luckily it went on. So when we met him, he said he knows those who did the boss. But as of his school children, he's not sure who did it, because it happened a day before we met. But he's going to investigate, since he knows all the bandits there. He knows them all. They will definitely get an answer. But since they don't have communication by telephone, he's going to send emissaries into these areas. One, to identify who did the kidnapping. Secondly, to seek for their release, because now there is a peace process going on. We're trying, some of their captives should be released too, and they should release. Not only this, there are others. One of the bandits stood up and said we have more than 1,000 people in this captured, and that if they are true to their words themselves, they should also release the captives they have on. So it's a big, long negotiations, which in the end we hope not only the boss victims, kidnapped victims or the school, even those that in the bush captured are all, we hope, by God's willing, they are all going to be released and there will be peace. This is the peace which Nigerians should be looking at. They should forget about Gumi. They should forget about government. They should forget about bandits. We want to bring peace, and we're in the process of doing it, which gun will not do. Force will not do. Intimidation will not do. But bad words coming out from politicians, bad words coming out from the press or individuals can disturb it. You know how words are. Because as we are sitting down there, I was shocked, surprised. The leader, the warlord, is telling me that we had a politician saying he is not here for peace. Is this peace I'm negotiating for the whole Nigeria, or is it just for Niger State? So I wish your readers should assist us from the bad comments they have. They should only pray to God that this peace is achieved. Because if peace is achieved, we all are beneficiaries of it. People will go back to farming, food will be cheaper, Nigerians will embrace each other. But if there is war, nobody benefits from war. Death everywhere, bloodshed everywhere, ethnic tensions which has no limit. That's why the role you are playing and the role I'm playing and everybody should be cooperation. I'm tired of criticism. In fact, it doesn't have effect. It's not just like, let me give you a medical term. When they said the bacteria is resistant to the antibiotic. One is having maybe pneumonia, you're giving him ampiclox. Whether you give him 1,000 doses, if the bacteria is resistant, it will, criticism now is useless. It doesn't change anything. Come out and do something positive so that we bring peace.
So in view of the overall situation now, and considering your experiences over the last 2 months, what advice do you have for the leadership of the country and especially the security agencies as well?
Yes, my advice is that the security agencies should embrace the option of peace. Let's try peace. Let them support it. Let them stop all hostilities. I want the government to come in, give a blanket amnesty to those who will drop their arms. It's not just say you are free, go. No. Drop your arms, stop fighting, then we will not pursue you with legal, what do you call it, mitigations. And we will rehabilitate you. What's your educational level? We give you education. We give you vocational training so that you can be something. Because an idle mind is a ground, yes, what do you call it for them. So let's encourage the government to come and do it. And it's not something new in Nigeria, because Nigerian government did it before with the Niger Delta. They were rehabilitated, they were educated, and relatively their leaders, warlords, are now big men in Nigeria. They make pronouncements and they are into the mainstream Nigerian life. And this is what we want for the Fulani militants.
And then a word for your critics and those that are criticizing this initiative.
Yes, as I said, myself, I used to criticize, so I don't blame anybody for criticizing me. But what I'm saying, criticism does not change the reality. You can sit down, criticize on your Facebook, or on your paper, or on the radio, criticize and criticize. It will not change the reality. What will change the reality is you come out of your criticism, go and positively affect a change. And the thing I think that can affect a change is to go and negotiate with these people that I think they have genuine cause to do what they are doing, and see that we persuade them to live that way, and that's not the best way to achieve a redress if they have any.
And lastly, Sheikh, you did not talk about the rehabilitation of the Fulanis. Over the years, the budget has neglected them, the society has neglected them. In fact, there is no provision for them as far as issues of development is concerned. What Egyptian government will do to really make them feel alone, integrate them into the society, and then let them have the basic necessities of life as a means of encouragement, so that it will be a kind of a motivation for them to stop what they are doing.
Yes, I think if there is an amnesty, it's a package which involves rehabilitation, it involves employing them, giving them reasonable means of sustenance, as also integrating them into society. The main concern now is that because of these ethnic differences people have with them, when they go to market, they are lynched. Yes, they are lynched, they are killed. And if they see them, the police, if you see a Fulani man on a bicycle, he arrests him and says he's a kidnapper. And there's a kind of profiling which is wrong. You cannot label a whole tribe or help people with crime, which is unethical. So I think the government can do a lot, really. And we make sure that every state, from the federal government, states and local government, they have provision for their livestock and their life. They should have schools, they should have all the amenities other people enjoy.
I don't know, Sheikh, if you are aware of the existence of a body called National Agency for Nomadic Education. It has been there moribund.
Yes, I've gone there, I've seen them, I've seen the I've talked with the executive, I was in the office to see what they have. Their main complaint is that there's no budgetary provision for them to employ teachers that they can send. And so anything education, if you don't have teachers, it's just a step for the states to employ. But states are not really doing it, so that's why we have lapses. And I think this is time which the government should be more proactive, give funds for such education, build schools, and if the government has that will, it can do it and immediately.
So finally, sir, having met the bandits in Zamfara and Niger, do you plan to continue?
There are some in Niger.
Kaduna.
There are some in Bunugwari.
Okay, do you plan to continue?
Oh yes.
Okay.
We want to, as many as they are, because you see,
Kasina.
because they are small groups. Yes. It's not that you just deal with one and it's over. No, you have to meet with as many as possible. But what we found that they are acceptable, and they accept you. They listen. They gather. So once we have somebody who will listen, then we are done.
You have some first-hand information with you, which I know you may not really availably tell them to the public. So do you plan to see, let's say, the Northern Governors Forum, the Nigerian Governors Forum, or the President of the Federal Republic on the way forward to solve this issue, and even the herders, farmers clashes?
Yes, right from the word go, I said I was going to see the President over this issue, and we have made contacts to see the President, and also I was able to see the Chief of Securities of Nigeria, because the NSA came with the Chief of Defense Staff, with the Chief of Army Staff. They have a town hall meeting in Kagawa.
Yes, last week.
And that gave me an opportunity to address them all on the issue, all of them. And what I showed them is that they need this option, the carrot option. Let's see, since they have listening ears and they are willing to drop their arms, why do we rush in to kill? Because in killing them, they will kill too. And so why do we lose blood? Why do we waste energy? Instead of dropping bombs, why don't we drop schools? Give them the same, maybe 1/10 of the money is enough to do the job instead of killing them. So I've addressed them all. What remains now is just to see the President and talk to him directly and honestly. And I think the President, he knows me. I'm not
Stranger.
Not a stranger. I'm not a sycophant
Okay.
of the authority. I just want to tell them the truth, what needs to be done from the way I see it, and I leave the decision to the government to do. But so far we'll continue to engage them, to admonish them, to give them direction, and also give them a voice. Give them a voice. Let me give you an example. Everybody knows that Niger Delta militants are fighting the government, so it's an insurgency. Everybody knows that they employ terrorist method, like the October bombing
Yeah, in Abuja.
in Abuja. Is this a terrorist methodology. Kidnapping is a terrorist methodology. So in short, Niger Delta militants are terrorists, and they terrorize. IPOB also do the same thing. Just recently they killed about 5-6 Fulani men. It's in there in the news. They are all terrorist organizations. Yet, you see the Niger Delta elders coming out to support them, that they have a genuine cause to do that. You see some elders, Igbo's elders supporting the IPOB. But me here, I'm not supporting the headers. I'm rather admonishing them to stop. You see the difference?
Yeah.
But still, we have to expose the wickedness of society against them. So to give them a voice, we also admonish them. I don't mind if they say in Niger Deltas there's problem, and also expose the inefficiency of government there. But to come and support terrorism and support ethnic groups, what does ethnicity does to the world? Who is your tribe when compared to human beings? If you are Yoruba, what is Yoruba in the scale of humanity? If you are Hausa, what is Hausa in the scale of humanity? If you are Igbo, what is Igbo in the scale of humanity? So how can in this 21st century people is talking about my tribe? Who's your tribe? What is your tribe? The world can exist without a trace one single man of you. So tribalism is an archaic, all the progressive idea, and I'm surprised people that are supposed to be intelligent are still bringing it up. So we as the headmen, we are stopping them from that. The Fulani, they have that kind of tribal chauvinism too. But we are telling them, look, no, what is Fulani in the context of humanity? It's nothing. So don't what do you call it, hide behind tribalism. Don't hide behind tribalism to cause mayhem. Your tribe is nothing. We are all from Adam, and Adam is from the clay. Nobody should use his tribalism or tribe. No tribe is better than anybody. And this is exactly the teaching of the Quran. In the best of you in God is those that fear God, the pious people, the character, the content of the character. That's what Martin Luther King was saying.
Okay, do you have the same sentiment or the same belief that the Niger Delta people are even nemesis to themselves because the government has in the past created a whole ministry for them, managed by their own people, and they have their own commission with billions of naira coming in budgetary allocations every year, and yet the place is underdeveloped, and yet the people of the Niger Delta, are still complaining that of neglect and all these things. Do you believe with this insinuation or claim that the Niger Delta people or the elites are even the problems of the area?
Yes, the Niger Delta elites and leaders are the problem of the area, and I can say also the Fulani elites and leaders are the problems of the Fulanis. Because if they don't have leadership problem, the two groups, if there is no leadership problem, there is no way militancy can erupt from these societies. Usually, militancy erupts when there is no credible, trustful leadership. Then the youth take up to arm. And the same thing will happen in Borno. The break in leadership, that's what brought it. And the corruption in leadership. So now, as we are trying to correct them, we're also trying to stimulate leaderships to be honest, to be truthful to their own people, and make sure that any funds that's available is used judicially in the development of these people and this region.
Well done. It was nice talking to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.